So I don't know how many of you, how many people have ever ended up at a place in their life they never imagined to end up. And that's really my story in terms of how I was fortunate enough to found Open Arms. I was at that point running another company, a Salesforce training and consulting company, and my mom was living by herself and that politically active, very engaged in life, until suddenly something went wrong. And I started to get calls from my mom in a tone I'd never heard before, asking me to come over quickly because the new stove she just bought and she was making dinner didn't work. It seemed odd that the stove didn't work, the microwave didn't work, that the light wouldn't turn off. But I said, in my mind, I'm like, it had to be them. It couldn't be my mom. Until finally, I got a really panicked call at work that my mom was truly scared, and she didn't know where she was. And I realized, okay, this is not appliances. Something's broken with my mom. And I had to figure out what do I do now? I had two small children. I had a business to run, but my primary concern was how to keep her safe. I came to realize how important compassionate, reliable care is for seniors and for their families. And it really, that experience truly motivated me to explore opening a company that could offer value. And ultimately that became Open Arms. What kind of home do we want to create for Open Arms employees? And what is so important to me personally, and I know the rest of our team, is to create an environment where people feel valued, they feel appreciated, and they know they have the kind of support they need to do this important work.
So my role at Open Arms is the Director of Operations. What I do day to day is I manage the team of care coordinators that manage all of our wonderful caregivers. I help them problem solve things that might be going on with clients, things that might be going on with caregivers, how we can make sure we're providing the best possible experience for our clients and our caregivers. And I also help to implement processes and procedures that will help things run smoother for our clients and our caregivers.
I've been in the people business for years. That is why I went into human resources, because I knew that would make an impact on people. I love employee relations and learning about others' experiences and their needs and trying to help them through those difficult times. The mission, the people were really what drew me to Open Arms, and I was really interested in helping to grow the organization and provide more help to seniors who need that assistance now later in their life.
My role, I'm an operations manager here. What we do that is directly related to the caregivers is we work on payroll, and we make sure that paychecks are done on time and are done correctly. We care a lot about our caregivers, and we love working with them. And our goal is to make them feel as comfortable as possible working with Open Arms.
My whole career has been in healthcare and taking care of people, and the last 15 years has been working primarily with seniors. I'm one of the partners and owners in Open Arms Solutions, and got involved with Julie about 4 years ago. I've taken on a more active role over the last couple years to oversee finance, IT, administration, our software systems, and a whole variety of areas that support the total business.
So when we started to create the values, we knew how important it was for us to capture what we felt the most important values were. And so we thought about the people in our company that really provided the level of compassionate quality care and support. And so We put about 35 values up on a whiteboard, and we argued, debated, and discussed what were the 5 most important that we really wanted to attract people that shared those values. We wanted to deliver these values at the core of the company. And so we ultimately came up with compassion, do the right thing, go above and beyond, be positive, and teamwork.
Really recently, one of our caregivers showed great compassion to one of our clients. Little after her shift started, she realized that her client's condition was dropping, like the client wasn't doing well. So she called the office. She called the care coordinator, who contacted hospice and also the family. So she showed compassion because she did an amazing job in trying to calm the client down, to calm him down, to keep him, to comfort him. She was cleaning him, she was changing him, she was making sure that he was in good condition and feeling comfortable. She was reassuring him, and also she was doing all of that because she knew the family was on its way. At the end, she said, if it was my grandfather, I wouldn't want him to be treated like that. I would want him to be presentable when the family comes. I would want him to be comforted and making sure that he looked exactly the way that we know how he should be looking and how we want to remember him.
So one of our core values is do the right thing, which is very, very important in that we serve seniors and their families often in very challenging times in their life. One story in particular was interesting in that our caregiver reported to our care coordinator that a client was being abused by a friend of hers. It was a kind of a combination of financial abuse, probably stealing some money, as well as kind of verbal abuse and getting mad at her behavior. So we ended up, even though the client didn't really want us to do it, reported it to the Illinois Department of Health as a senior that was being abused. And they got the appropriate people involved, a local community organization who went in and worked with our client and basically kind of took care of the financials and fixed the situation with the friend. And I think the reason it's a good example of do the right thing by both the caregiver and by our care coordinator is that the client really didn't want us to do this. But the right thing was to report it, and the client was much happier too.
To me, going above and beyond is setting really high expectations around performance. So, and making sure that your team understands what those expectations are. And so my team, which is the recruitment and training team for Open Arms, is really expected to deliver the highest quality caregiver for our clients. So we always talk about how do we make our clients happy? What should we be delivering around, the quality of care? And so our team, the recruitment team, goes out and every day goes above and beyond to find the highest quality caregivers there are for the company.
So an example of a time that I experienced a really positive moment with my team would be basically every time we have a new client starting. So a lot of times we'll get calls for new clients to start right away. And they are maybe in a hospital or are being transferred to a rehab and they can't move until they have caregivers. So our team has to jump into action and do everything we can as quickly as we can to find the right person to help them. And that could be a very frustrating experience. Everybody has busy jobs and they're all working on things. But we are always very positive and approach it very positively. It's great. We're happy to help. Let's drop everything we're doing. Let's make sure that we can help this family so that they can move and be where they need to be and receive the level of care that they need.
Teamwork. I've never been part of a company or organization where that's more important. We have caregivers that are the heart of our company, that are caring for our client in our open arms when they're caring for someone, and then they have their whole support team back in the office of care coordinators, recruiters, managers that really work so hard to give them everything they need so they can do their job. The thing that makes me so happy and so proud is when a family comes to me and I hear about, oh my God, Mary made such a difference in my mom, my dad's life. We often hear about that, quite frankly, at the end of life, after we've cared for someone for years, and I hear from the family about what a difference we made for them. It just brings incredible joy.
What I'm most passionate about and why I love working here is I am really passionate about helping people improve their lives and really helping our employees grow and find fulfillment in what they're doing and find their voice and be able to be open and honest with us with ways we can improve and help us grow and improve.
I've always felt that I always wanted to help people out. I've not always done that in my career, in the choices that I've made and where I was involved before, and Open Arms really gave me the opportunity to fulfill that need. And the best reward that we get when we do that, what means the most for us, is when family members calls us back and say thank you for taking care of my family, and it made a difference.
Our job at Open Arms is to provide you with the tools and opportunity to grow and learn and do a better job, and also to make sure that you understand what the client's needs are and to find the right match.
And also make sure that our caregivers are feeling respected, they're feeling appreciated, and that we're hearing them, around, what they need.
So new caregivers, welcome to Open Arms. We're so happy you're here. We're so excited that you're joining our team, and we can't wait to work with you, get to know you better, and find you a great client match where you can be happy and fulfilled and hopefully stay for a very long time.
A welcome to all of our new caregivers. We're excited to have you be part of our team. We're looking forward to you servicing our clients and helping people each and every day.
And we're so excited to be working with you guys and get into that journey all together.
I would also like to acknowledge that not only is the work that you do important for families, it's difficult work. It is a challenge to be there for families and make sure you're doing the right thing, going above and beyond and meeting their needs. We understand fully that you have lives too. You have, in many cases, a family at home or other responsibilities, and this is something that you're doing because you have a heart for it and because you have compassion to do it. Those are the types of folks that we pick to join our teams. Please let us know if we can be helpful in any way, and we look forward to you joining the team.
Welcome to Open Arms. You're here in this room right now because you had conversations to many people on our team, and those people on our team really felt that you represented our core values of compassion and teamwork and going above and beyond and doing the right thing and being positive. That's why you're in this room. And we're excited for you to learn more and more about the company, learn more about how we can support you. And we're very, very excited about giving you the opportunity to be with one of our families. And my hope is that we learn to work so well together. And like many of our caregivers, you're with us for years and years and years. Thank you for being here.